Greetings once again. It's Dr. Jonathan Ellerby with another live 12 at 12. And I have to tell you, this is really the way I want to do these things. But, doing this stuff outside takes a little work with lighting and timing and Wi-Fi. But boy, it's a pretty day, wouldn't you say? Today we're going to talk about something that I think is not only important for anyone seeking healing in their lives, wholeness in their relationships, um, but also for those of us that want to be a part of creating a better world for all. So it's a simple theme, but it's a very important theme, and it has to do with a movement that is really necessary in individual lives, families, and society, in which we integrate the power and significance of feeling in balance with intellect. So on that note, let's take a little breath together and get slow. I have a reading, a kind of poem and prayer that I'd like to share. If you haven't done these before, again, I'm Dr. Jonathan Ellerby. You can learn more at jonathanellerby.com. Follow me on Facebook, watch me on YouTube, all that stuff. It's enough. Let's take a breath. Big breath in, big breath out, letting your eyes close and feeling yourself simply slowing down and settling down into the moment. Just let your breath be long and soft. Big, big exhales, gentle inhales. And Marie de la Vallée, a poet and activist from the Gaia Institute in Massachusetts, wrote this for us. Let us understand the gravity of our situation. Let us understand that our only redemption is love. Love for a small, endangered planet on which we are utterly dependent. Only love can transform us from plunderers and savagers into earth keepers and peacemakers. Only love can show us the integrity and rights of all beings. Only love can open our eyes to the truth and beauty that surround us. Only love can teach us the humility we need to live on this earth. And only love can now save us from this extinction. So, of course, this message sounds very much like it's about love. It is. But it's funny how often we celebrate love, compassion, kindness, and even in the spiritual world, things like intuition and energy. And yet we remain embedded in a worldview and a culture that absolutely favors intellect over feeling. Now, when I say feeling today, I don't explicitly mean emotion. The reality is that there is a whole complex inner landscape that is neither intellect nor emotion, and yet feelings, for lack of a better word, are the entry point. You might say that in the world of the intellect, ideas are the kind of currency, and there can be worrying ideas, factual ideas, racist ideas, optimistic ideas, collaborative ideas. So the words are kind of the currency or the vehicle of the energy and energy and structure of the intellect. But in our inner world, feelings can include everything from our emotions, happy, sad, angry, scared, anxious, to our intuition, like a gut feeling, a hunch, an impulse, a longing. Feelings can also draw us into subtler senses, the feeling of energy in a place or energy between two people, when we're being depleted, when we're being restored. And What I want to share is that if we're going to create the kind of world that so many of us believe in, are fascinated by, are longing for, and are intellectually committed to, then we're going to have to reinvigorate our commitment to the world of feeling. And that means that we integrate feeling into how we accept each other and what we want to hear from each other. That means we integrate feeling into our relationships. We consider integrating feeling into our schooling, into our workplaces. And one of the things that's critical to recognize is that over the decades that intellect has reigned supreme, it's not like feelings go away. They get sublimated, they get repressed, and then they get redirected. They come out as ideas and intellect that are typically not clear or chaotic or not constructive. Asking yourself, what was my family's relationship to feelings, talking about feelings, listening to feelings, following feelings? That'll help you understand a lot about how you relate to feelings. Typically, we polarize by doing exactly the same, or maybe we go the other extreme and we're kind of lost in our feelings all the time. But you might want to continue your sort of journey. Do kind of like a journal or an exercise, or even set up a conversation with someone you trust and care about and tell the story of your relationship to your feelings. When I was young, the environment treated feelings like this. And I felt about my feelings like this. And you'd be surprised. Some of us are very deeply feeling young people. Some of us have been scared of our feelings from the beginning. And then what about high school? What was the role of feelings there? What about your 20s or, your early adult years and so on? Chart the course and look at the story of your relationship to your feelings. And then when you conclude that exploration, ask yourself, where can my life be enriched by me being more patient with and open to my feelings? That I would present myself to the world as a whole person, not just with my ideas and my intellect, but with my willingness to connect through feelings, through my inner experience, through my felt sense that includes my emotions, my intuition, my awareness of energy, and my interaction with the spiritual world, which is fundamentally taking place in the arena of feelings. When I'm in nature, am I distracted by my phone and emails and music and chatting, or am I open to feeling? It's a lifelong process, and yet it is something we must begin to advocate for. And as we face some of the big challenges in the world today, particularly in this country, the United States, looking at anti-racism, anti-homophobia, anti-sexism, we are going to have to build these bridges together. No one group or person or leader is going to have all the answers. And the path forward will not really be paved with facts and figures and information. It will be paved by storytelling, by reconciliation, by feeling together and for each other, to be with your feelings, to know your feelings, to experience your feelings so that they don't react through you or within you, is one of the greatest insights to transform a life that you can possibly cultivate. It is the time for us to move into a feeling age and defy the dominance of the screen and the intellect and the way the world has been contrived to favor those who speak well and have content and can put out statistics and information and bring that back into balance with the heart of who we are. For the more we spend time with our feelings, the deeper the dimensions and complexities of feelings we awaken to. In fact, what we come to realize is that beneath the first layer of feeling, emotion, reactivity, and history, is an entirely different world of feeling that is directly connected to the source of life and spirit and inspiration from which all innovative, harmonious, and healing decisions flow. So thank you for your time to be with me today. Hopefully you enjoyed being outside with me. I think it feels good. Um, if you want a copy of my new book, Spiritual Experience, you can get it on my website, jonathanellerby.com. And I wish you a beautiful day, and to take time tracking the story of your feelings and exploring what it will look like to reintroduce your feelings to every area of your life with wholeness and balance. I love you all, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.